Mud is looked to be dirty. Yet out of the mud grows the lotus, grows life. But for this album here, I think I started jotting down a lot of the ideas in 2020, and I had found a book of old lyrics. And these old lyrics, I would read them, and these are lyrics that go back to when I was like 15, 16 years old. And so I started writing music to kind of help tell the story of my youth. But as the music started developing, taking a life of its own, it became more obvious that this was more of a ballet that I was writing. It could be its own thing. It didn't need all these lyrics that I had planned to put with it. Instead, I opted to have it expressed through just music and dance. Tony Pierce and Dustin, we had talked about me becoming part of the Imagination Artist series. The thing was, I told them in the beginning that, the first year it'd be this, it'd be that, but I want to do something original. So I don't want to just do Wu-Tang music and things that I've created. I want to create something new and original. And it's okay when you're ready. And then this ballet became it, and I was ready. And I took it to them, and we performed it with dancers and orchestras and visuals. It was a great personal achievement. Nas, Busta, Wu-Tang, and we always like having such a brotherly moment. It all talked about recording some music together. And we was like, yo, we should have a studio bus. So on the second half of the tour, we paid for a studio bus to come, and it happens to be the John Lennon educational bus. And Dolby had just put in this whole new Atmos system into this bus. Nobody came in and made a song. When I realized that there was a chance that that wasn't gonna happen, I was like, you know what, no matter what, I'll come here every night, and if anybody else come, we'll do hip hop. If nobody else come, we're gonna mix this album in Dolby Atmos. When you do an orchestra has a certain way they sit, and the music comes at you from a certain dynamic based on that setting. And the mix in stereo is based upon that kind of stereophonic sound you're hoping to get as the orchestra projects itself throughout the room. But in Dolby Atmos, you could break all those rules. If the horn player is here in the beginning of the song, can we put him over here by the end? Now in a real orchestra, a horn player would never get up and walk over to there, okay? But in Dolby Atmos mix, we was able to do that. So this album, which I think is special, that's mixed not only in Dolby Atmos, but actually using Dolby Atmos as a creative tool. No, we're actually moving the instruments and moving the players throughout the mix to make you go like this, you know what I mean? And that was something that came about without planning. We didn't plan that. The first thing that enamored me about music was hip hop itself. Hip hop has found its way to inspire the world. I would advise young people to take the path that hip hop gives you. Pick up your drum machine, pick up your Fruity Loops or your Pro Tools, whatever you're doing, but pick up an instrument. Because the understanding of the instrument is going to help you understand the creativity of what you're doing. It's going to take you to a level of creativity that can be uniquely yours. This album is no samples, it's all musicians playing this music. The recording that we released is not the same recording that we first tried, because each time we played it, there's something different happening because the human hand moved different. There's a different amplitude, there's a different expression, there's a different embellishment or flourish. There's also something in the own stimulation of your own brain that instruments gives us, that self-expression. And so this is a ballet through mud. Like, yeah, maybe even my own past has been muddy, starting in the streets of Staten Island, Brooklyn, living the street life as we did, bringing the ruckus, Wu-Tang Clan, and going through that mud, but then evolving. to a lotus, And the thing about a lotus is that even though it grows with so many things that could be considered defiled around it, it maintains to keep its purity.